Yes, it is that time again. It is 8:20. Wherever you are, these are your 500 seconds of resilience, your daily urgency meeting to then emphasize, reset, refresh your perspectives, your observation, and maybe how you would communicate your resilience to yourself first and then to everyone you meet on your journey today. Today's topic is called Light and Dark. Light and Dark. Now, this has nothing to do with the color of your skin. Lightness chases away or can dispel the darkness, whether it be physically, spiritually, actually, virtually. Light can dispel the darkness and how we perceive, how we interpret, how we communicate, how we listen, how we lead, how we present, and how current we are in our proclivity for the lightness or darkness. Not talking about external light. Yes, if you have reviewed earlier episodes in the 820 Enterprise, I'm talking about that pilot light from inside of each of us. That little small spark of inspiration and creation that sparks and strikes us into action every day, every moment. You might even, allow me to equate that spark just like the sunrise in the morning. Of course, that's for the planets, but where we live is for the earth as we experience it every day. We should really feel very lucky and very fortunate to have that experience every day. Now, that's once a day as far as the actual physical turning of the earth to the sun. Not the sun turning to us turning to the sun. We can see that sunrise. However, and to further expound on that, we can see that sunrise every day internally at any time of the day, at any time of the moments you experience. You can see that sunrise. So the physical, as the earth turns back to the sun, and we happen to be awake at that time in the morning, we can visually see and feel that sunrise. Not taking poetic liberty here. I'm saying you can do the same thing internally. You can turn to your heart. You can turn internally to that light inside of you whenever you want to. Don't need to wait for the alarm clock to go off or for the chicken to start crowing out there. You can turn to that sunrise inside of you anytime you want to. In the morning, at night, in good times and bad times, during a fight, during pleasure. You can turn to that sun inside of you. As I said earlier, no matter what's going on, easier in a good day, but even the bad day, that light inside of you can disperse and dispel that darkness, wherever it is you're going through. Has nothing to do with the weight or loudness or repetition of that recognition of that sunrise inside of you. It's always about the quality, not the quantity. Always about the intent and the integrity of your words. And that intent, that integrity comes from your internal light. That spark I'm talking about, it doesn't come out of nowhere. You just come up with these beautiful words or paintings or drawings or creations or productions out of nowhere. It came from that common source that we share. Yours is different from mine in terms of how it inspires you, how it inspires me, differently, but commonly. So make whatever you have perceived or observed internally from that light, make it intentional and humble and confident and positive. Make those kind of words and thoughts you observe and then express. Also, as I alluded to in previous podcasts, although the emphasis of the book, resilience, the beauty of presence, unfortunately, I had to give you the update. That beauty in your presence is not enough. That presence, my presence, must produce something every day, every moment, until we're unable to have presence to produce. So making whatever has inspired you, remember that desire underneath that drive you're going to find, that should be reflected in your presence. And obviously, using that analogy or using that description, that should become evident in what you produce. So, as the earth turns back to the sun every 23 hours and 46 minutes, or round it up, every 24 hours, we get to see that rising sun. We get to see that sunrise. But as I said earlier, we can do that internally, personally, privately, and publicly. Anytime we have that awareness and that intention to do just that, to remain present, to remain current, to remain alive and lit with that power and force inside of us that's so small, yet so powerful, that allows us to be here in this very moment. So again, hopefully that's not a jump as far as logic about the sun outside and the sun inside of you and I. Feel that. Let it shine through. We have no problem absorbing that sun when it crests that mountain and that warmth bathes us. Bathe from inside now. Connect with that light source inside of you. Use that as the essence of your desire and drive, and let it come through in whatever you produce. So, stay shiny. As always, stay present, stay current. Wherever you are, it's 8:20.